We are here.
Was knocked out of this in August before City had even joined in. Now he might win it. First Wembley final two, and then there's Erling Haaland back in the goals midweek, but without one in 4 previous City finals. Phil Foden, another 4-time winner, is on a mighty strong City bench.
Ole, 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 ole.
Significance way outside of itself. For Arsenal, so much may lie beyond this. Manchester City in the modern generation, trophies are an expectation. Here is their next, their best, their immediate chance to win one. Spanning 50 years, City have won each of their last 7 League Cup finals. One of those Arsenal players was born when 33 years and 3 losing finals ago, Arsenal last won it. For Pep Guardiola, brilliant and hyper-decorated though he is, last season was trophyless. It cannot happen again. For Mikel Arteta, time to
see who wins.
Of 6 years hard labour. This day and the 2.5 months which follow it are everything to which he has been building. For the first trophy of the season. The first in either case of who knows how many.
There we go, kick off.
2, 3 for Arsenal, still perhaps 4.
They've kicked off.
This is number 1, and Wembley is a picture. We're off and running. And Gary, it feels great.
It does, and I say this start of this final every year. We're blessed to be here, and the EFL do a brilliant job in putting this game on because it helps the atmosphere right up to what a game we have.
Carabao lager.
Central defence without Ruben Diaz, without Mark Gahey, without Josko Vardiol. Might be perceived as their potential Achilles heel.
Yeah.
Kusanov, having said that, has been a terrific forward.
No. No, there hasn't.
Well, now to his Manchester City shirt. Toku. On City's left side, as he was against Real Madrid in the week.
Guardiola's got a lot of attacking players. Toku, Cherky, Haaland, Ronaldo, Silva.
Ole, ole, ole.
Similar feel to the team that he kicked away in the Bernabeu a couple of weeks ago.
Battling for Arsenal. Sibendi on hand. Toku came up with it momentarily. Sibendi stabs it forward. Helped on its way towards Locker as the flag was very snappily up.
And to think that Arsenal have got their 2 primary number 10s out of the team and they can still call upon Havertz to play says a lot about the depth that Mikel Arteta's built in this squad.
He will be lamenting the fact he has to sit and watch. Scorer, of course, against Manchester City in the FA Cup final last May. And so effervescent over the last month or 2 for Arsenal.
Yeah, it's the first time that you've looked at his face and thought that that spring and that light's gone out of it because he's going to be devastated to miss this match.
Bruno, Bruno, Bruno.
Against Bayern Leverkusen the other night. The way he hit that forcefully. Shouldn't have punished him off again. Sibendi.
Fuck.
Arsenal unbeaten in their last 6 games against Manchester City in all competitions. True back, that seemed an improbable sort of statistic. Routinely in the early days of their rivalry, Guardiola brushed aside Arteta and started developing Arsenal's side. This is now, one has to assume, a fully developed Arsenal side. With his early touches. Cross from deep. Towards Doku, who's looking at Saliba. Preference on the right side of Arsenal's back four. His ball's got beyond that way forward.
Gyökeres
Gyökeres is darting round.
squares it.
Sonov couldn't complicate it.
Free kick.
He went behind and took one.
Yeah, Havertz didn't really need to make the challenge. Nervy early first clearance by Ake. It just drives towards that byline.
So Kai Havertz, yes, in the number 10 behind Gyökeres. It might, even with Eze, have been in theory Saka, and maybe couldn't come in on the flank. This is how Arteta has gone. Here's Gyökeres. Havertz and Gyökeres again. Sort of in reverse. Away from O'Reilly, who had support from his skipper Bernardo Silva. Spanish Cup winner in 2021 with Athletic Bilbao. Everybody else in this Arsenal team stand to win a prize with Arsenal. Saka, who captains them today, was on the bench in the Cup final of 2020.
Cheers, chat. Hey, Arteta.
Nunes and Arsenal quickly on with it.
Cheers.
Switching on. Saka.
Started well.
Declan Rice. To his touchline. Joining is White. Slipped on by Zubimendi and Havertz was defied and Trafford went down again and made a double block.
James Trafford. They are big interventions early in the game for the young goalkeeper. Talked before the game at both ends of the pitch about who would be in goals with Donnarumma and Raya come back in. Really good play from Arsenal. Zubimendi just puts Havertz in. Does it take a little bit too long? Allows Trafford maybe to get on top of him. He's done really well, the goalkeeper. Got out quickly.
When James Trafford joined Manchester City in the summer, it was to be number one. Richie Donnarumma came along and complicated that plot. This is his big showpiece opportunity. He's played at Wembley once before in an EFL Trophy final for Bolton against Plymouth. The bright limelight has reflected well on him.
To say the front two, if you look at that City back four, they've had problems with it all season, and having to take Ruben Diaz out is a big blow. It is vulnerable, okay, because you're going to have to be exceptional today along with the goalkeeper. A bit porous already, 8 minutes in. Semenyo.
protested with Gyökeres, who wanted a free kick that wasn't forthcoming. Referee, by the way, is a Merseysider, Peter Banks. In charge of a schoolboy game at Northampton Town on Monday by way of preparation. Went to extra time, so I hope he's recovered. Havertz. Rodri is starting in the Carabao Cup for the first time since December 2022. First round game against Liverpool right off the back of the Qatar World Cup. Okay, Doku.
Guardiola's crazy over on that far side. His arms are up in the air. I'm not quite sure. He's trying to get a message to it. Might be Nunez to go further forward. It's unclear. I'm not happy with something.
Bernardo Silva, Turkey for support, Semenyo outside of him, Haaland of course through the middle. Capier. Turkey. Nunez. Silva slung in by Rodri. Missed out. As he tumbled by Saliba.
Yeah, it's been a good battle already, that one, Saliba and Haaland.
Saka's hurrying forward. Gyökeres could block Ake.
This morning, whether it would be potentially a game of chess in this first 10 minutes, it doesn't look that way. Both teams having a go.
Chosen ahead of Martinelli. Saliba. Saka, who was bundled over by Nico O'Reilly. These two will see plenty of each other in a Wembley context over the coming weeks with England shirts on.
What a shit.
They don't want to be giving away free kicks unnecessarily against Arsenal. They've got a team of giants today. Gyökeres and Havertz up front, Declan Rice obviously will take it. There's Thomas Tuchel.
Included those two amongst his 35 for those two upcoming England games. Imaginative selection policy. And of course, Declan Rice is part of that also. Hoisted it in, O'Reilly got up biggest, Trossard belted it back. It's got a deflection, and Bernardo Silva couldn't quite catch it up.
Oh, he was desperate to, wasn't he? Because he knows the impact of a corner. He hits it well, Trossard. It's a huge part of this football match, right here, right now. How do Manchester City defend these corners?
Saka gets first crack. Saka flattish, actually, as it turned out. Retrieved by Havertz, and defended by Semenyo. The classic under the crossbar Arsenal corner. Declan Rice will no doubt get his chance to have a go at one of those in time. For now he has this potentially long throw with Saliba and Gabriel either side of the goalkeeper. Most of a near post up by Semenyo. It's Ben White. It is overclocked. Ahead of Mosquera at right back, as he was against Bayer Leverkusen, which was his first appearance since getting injured in the FA Cup against Wigan in the middle of last month. Mikel Arteta with this perfect Wembley record as player and manager, which he will want to remain unstained. Before him, only George Graham has won this with Arsenal twice. Semenyo.
Shouts have come on City from the fans to the left of us. They just realised that Arsenal have started this game better. City haven't got going yet.
Andrew wanting to take charge. Skipping towards White and leaving it behind for Saka. At the back of Trossard by Bernardo Silva. Two sometimes waspish individuals. Arsenal quickly on with it. Nkapie arrived very late, and Peter Banks had a view of that in his peripheral vision and has dipped straight in for his card.
Yeah, he just had a nibble, Nkapie. I don't think it was that bad. Just looked worse than it was, maybe. Mike?
No, I think being a cup final wasn't the worst of challenge you'll see in a game. For me, free kick was sufficient in my opinion.
Yeah, there wasn't much in it actually. I think his foot landed short. Mateus Nunes maybe just to follow through with his knee, but it wasn't that bad a challenge. It just looked worse at the time.
Where are you, Gary, on Nkapie against Calafiori at left back for Arsenal?
I have to say I preferred Calafiori over the course of the season. He's just got more athleticism, he looks better when he goes forward, but I think Mikel Arteta has to trust both of them. There's not much in it.
Haaland. Rodri inviting Doku to go, but White got between them. Stayed out by Gabriel, touch from Trossard, early up the line from Nkapie. Maguire begins another gallop. Cassano lengthened his stride. Doku instantly surrounded again. White snatched it from him. Saka went to ground. Bernardo Silva was snapping in at the back of him.
Yeah, it's a couple of times he's done that, Bernardo Silva. He's just a little bit frustrated. Manchester City haven't shown their normal composure on the ball in the first period of this game. It's Arsenal who are playing all the football.
Declan Rice in his own time. And Nkapie arrived last at the back of the queue there. He's leaving it in even beyond him, out by Haaland. Ben White. Bukayo Saka, still wriggling. And set for Trossard. And nudged out to Gabriel. Kusanov stuck out a foot. Rodri was calm. Semenyo sought to escape, but didn't quite manage it. And Zubimendi is penalised.
Yeah, Cherki's down. I think in that little dribble by Saka. I mean, how he kept hold of the ball here, Bukayo Saka, I'm not sure. The three City players around him, but his strength, his ability to keep his balance and hold the ball is brilliant. Cherki felt that one. He keeps doing that, Pep Guardiola. He's been doing that for about 15 minutes. I think he wants Núñez to go wider and try and stretch Arsenal. It's the only thing I can think.
Silva kept it from Trossard. Now Núñez can advance. Semenyo tights the touchline. Cherki in support here. Semenyo can drive back and Capier and whip it in past Haaland. They reach Doku, who can challenge White and win Manchester City a corner.
Well, that is a really special cross from Semenyo, and City have come alive. You really fancy Haaland. It's perfect for him. He just does enough, Saliba. I think he just gets his body in there. Just watch it here now. He's ahead of the centre-back. Maybe should have got a touch on that, the big number 9.
Those were City's first touches in the Arsenal penalty area. And Cherki's corner. Playing fuss-free by Kepa. Havertz on his way. Saka's been rolled over. Rice has kept on cantering. And Saka has stayed down.
Yeah, there's some boos. I mean, Kusanov's pace on the recovery was incredible. I think there's a challenge in the middle of the field which knocks Saka over, but he played the advantage, the referee. Kusanov gets back on Havertz and then just off camera here, we can't quite see it, maybe just see it there now. Yeah, just a little bit of a late one from Doku, but the advantage is played. Declan Rice is on his way.
Jeremy Doku, in common with one or two in the Manchester City side, lost both of his FA Cup finals here against Manchester United and last year, of course, against Crystal Palace. Did score in the first of those.
Oh, it's a proper battle, that one. Saliba's holding his own so far.
High by Zubimendi, Kusanov beneath it. By Havertz. Cherki for O'Reilly.
Haaland's touches have all been in his own defensive half. He's not had a touch in the attacking part of the pitch yet.
O'Reilly. Doku slithers across. They've not yet let Doku breathe.
No, they've been all over him. Semenyo's had that opportunity over this side. Maybe they can try and switch the play. I think O'Reilly's going forward more than Núñez. Núñez is playing very narrow. You see him there almost holding hands with Kusanov.
Cherky. Played it for Nicholas to pursue again, but once more, Cristiano was his equal. Well, he can't keep it in. He and Subimendi get a bit testy each with the other. Players who've played an awful lot of football actually. Nico O'Reilly has played in 43 of City's 48 games prior to this. For Zubimendi, this is his 44th game out of 50 for Arsenal this season.
Just waiting, trying to commit that front four of City to do something, but they're being quite disciplined. Just look at them from right to left: Semenyo, Cherky, Haaland and Doku, just trying to protect that and block that pass into midfield. You've got Saka moving behind them now. It's hard for Arsenal to get it in there.
Weak clearance, and it bounced kindly for Bernardo Silva. Touched on towards Haaland and set for Semenyo until Gabriel atoned for his previous error and hooked it away. Cherky. Arsenal haven't been behind on their Carabao Cup run this season at all. Round 3 when they won at Port Vale. This threat to them came in the days leading up to Christmas when Crystal Palace, Mark Gahey actually equalised late. To a penalty shootout. Gahey not eligible for this tie. Semenyo, despite also being a January transfer, is.
City so far that looks really comfortable, and it looks like he's got the beating of Nkapé one on